America is a really fortunate country. It has many special qualities and characteristics, but one of them is the fact that we have what we like to call a trifecta. That is, we have three parts to our system. We have a representative democracy, we have a very strong capital market system, and we have a third sector. We have what sometimes I think inappropriately is called a nonprofit or not-for-profit sector. I really don't care for the term because it seems to miss the whole point. Anybody who is philanthropic, anyone who's generous and gives money, expects a return for their investment. It's not a nonprofit investment. It is an investment for social profit. We want the nation's intellectual, physical, human capital to be stronger and to be richer, and our civil society to be stronger. So these three components of the trifecta, the three legs of the stool, as it were, on which our nation is built, are each important in and of themselves, but it is the synergy between them, in my judgment, that makes the greatest strength for our nation. Many of the greatest ideas for how we can help people to help themselves have come from private philanthropy. They have funded the risky ideas for how we might be able to help at-risk children learn to read earlier. I mean, we know those programs. They're all high risk. Many times the children aren't successful. But it's the kind of work that philanthropists are willing to do. But once that has, when a program works, when there is success, frankly, it's unlikely, given the scale of our nation today, the hundreds of millions of people we have, it's unlikely that private philanthropy could bring programs to scale to help all those children, for instance, in need. It would be wonderful if it could, but I think we realize, going back to the beginning of the 20th century, that that's no longer a practical model. It worked imperfectly in the 19th century, but by the time we reached the 20th century, we understood that a partnership with the government and with private philanthropy was an essential part of the process. And of course, the corporate world participates just as directly as we see in all the benefits that corporations provide to their communities and to their employees, enabling them to do volunteer work. So it's the synergy between these three components that creates the asset that is, I think, the core strength of our nation.